Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Alex here, coming to you from UntilTheNextTee.blog, the home of organic golf reviews. And I'm just out here in St. Catharines, Ontario, at Brock Golf Course to do a product testing and review. Or actually, sorry, it's a review from product that I tested. It's a golf club. It comes from Batavia, Illinois. And if anyone knows, that's where Tour Edge Golf is located. The club that I'm testing today, or sorry, that I tested previously, was a club that finished very well at the 2020 PGA Show. As some of you know, I do something called the Teezy Awards, which is my spin on the best products of 2020, and in particular golf equipment. And this fairway medal in particular that I'm going to be showing here in a couple seconds here actually got the silver medal. It finished second behind another product, and again, you know, it tested and fared very well. So the club, of course, is the Tour Edge Exotics EXS 220 Fairway Wood. So here's the head cover here. I mean, it's very well done. I mean, I love the styling of the head cover. You know, slides on and off pretty easily, but it's pretty firm. Just has a good look. There's almost like a carbon fiber weave here where it says Diamond Face VFT, and we're going to get to that in a couple seconds here. And yeah, no, it's just you know, we've all had those clubs where it was a fairway wood or a metal and we lost our head cover. This one has never shaken loose at all, and that's been very good for testing. It's a small thing, but it's still a finer point, and it's attention to detail. So the club itself, as I pop off the head cover, here it is right here, and it's well used, it's well worn. I've done a fair amount of testing out here, and I've had other people swing this club as well, with a little impromptu demo day over the past couple months that I've done. And you know what? People in general, they've really liked these Exotics products from Tour Edge in 2020. So let's talk about some of the technology that's packed into this club first of all. The first thing that we want to talk about is that diamond faced VFT. Okay, so if we look at the face, you're going to notice that they have a couple diamond patterns here. In fact, with this face, there's actually 44 little diamond shapes, and what that does is it changes the face thickness all over the face. But in doing so, it makes it the face more responsive, gives you more trampoline effect, gives you more speed, and of course, with more speed comes more distance. So that's just a quick little thing about the diamond face VFT. Some other technical points I want to talk about is stuff like their Slipstream Soul, which is a great sole on the bottom of the club. It allows you to have better interaction with the turf as we get in real tight there and real close for you to look at it. You're going to notice that there's a back weight here. This club here is it's a very forgiving golf club, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit as well. This is a golf club that features high MOI, or moment of inertia, and what that means is through impact we have less twisting, which means more consistency, more forgiveness, and better results. Another thing I want to point out real fast on the sole, sticking with the sole, is you're going to notice dual carbon, or what they call their dual carbon design. And essentially, instead of having the metal here in the heel and toe sections of the sole of the club, they've used carbon fiber instead. What happens, they're able to take that weight savings, put it elsewhere in the club to give you, the golfer, better results on swings that may not be optimum, as we shall say. Another thing that they did, and this is something that they've done since 2019, or actually, let me reword that. In 2019, their EXS products were fantastic. You know, I was impressed with the metal wood at the PGA Show back in 2019 as well, but I thought it sounded maybe just a little bit flat. So what did they do this year? Well, R&D over at Tour Edge, they introduced something called the SD bar, or sound diffusion bar. And this is something that's used in the music industry, whether it's music studios, concert halls, you know, anywhere where music is produced, and theaters as well. And that actually, what it does is it improves the sound quality, it makes the sounds more rich. And I think that was a very, very wise thing that R&D did over at Tour Edge. David Glod, who's the master designer there, and the team, they did very well to improve the sound on this golf club. Another quick little feature that I want to talk about real fast is their shafts. You're going to be looking at the hazardous smoke yellow that's in my hand. What they did was they introduced something called speed tested shafts. So what happens, they have their robot over there at Tour Edge, down in Batavia, Illinois. Sorry, there's two Batavias. There's one not far from here in New York. And what they did was they determined with a variety of swing speeds, say 85 to 95, 95 plus, swings that are, say, less than 80 miles per hour. They determined what was a great baseline shaft or the best baseline shaft for those swing speeds. For the higher swing speeds, some of the shafts are indeed the Project X hazardous smoke yellow. This particular one is 60 grams. It's a low spin, 3.5 torque, 6.0 flex. But never get too caught up in flex, folks. So some of the other options that they have for the lower swing speeds are the Fujikura Air Speeder. They come in at 47 grams, I think it is, or 44 grams. One is the Adventus shaft as well from, I believe, Fujikura as well. And so yeah, they have some great stock shaft offerings with these clubs or any of the EXS 220 metalwood products. So now let's get to the nitty-gritty of how this club performed. As I mentioned, it performed very well down in Florida. It captured the silver medal in the Teezy Award scoring, and even that mark, I think it received 44 out of a possible 50 points. So if you're gonna take a percentage, that'd be 88%. It'd be an A grade if you're into school and stuff like that. So it tested very well. So the sound I've already touched on. They added the SD bar, and that was a big improvement. This is a golf club that offers you a terrific rich sound at impact on well-struck balls. Is it going to be a little bit, is it going to be as rewarding or rich the acoustics if you strike it off the toe or off the heel? No, but it's still better than 2019 off the middle of the face. So for what it's worth, that's my opinion, and maybe others out there would agree with that, or maybe they wouldn't. Who knows? Performance. I just want to say that this club is a great alternative to driver off the tee, especially when you're talking about tight par fours or shorter par fours, where control is at a premium. The club just simply delivers. The ball just sort of pops off the face and it goes. And again, especially on a pure strike, the sound is fantastic. I found that with the shaft that the ball flight was penetrating. Occasionally if I set up differently, I can hit a higher shot, and that's what we have to do. We have to flight the balls and change our flight sometime. Say we're downwind, lower that shoulder and launch it up a little bit higher. And a lot of that has to do with the launch characteristics. It's a high launching club that sort of levels out pretty quickly, and it's easy to hit, and much that has to do with that back weighting here in the bottom of the club. Again, off the tee, it's a great golf club. It performed just admirably in every aspect of the game, through on-course testing and here at the range as well. Now off the deck, again, it's performed very well off the deck. It's made some par fives for me reachable. Other ones, I just haven't reached them. It's just how it is. And a lot of that has to do with the turf interaction of that Slipstream Soul technology that they've had for a few generations of clubs now, but it's a proven technology that works. Trying to think what else I can say here about this club. This is very impromptu and very much organic, and actually you can't go wrong with this club as well. I believe it retails for $249 US, which of course is a fraction of what some of the other competitors are charging out there for the products. So all that being said, if you're looking for a new fairway metal, you're looking for a 3-wood or a 5-wood, or etc., really have a look at the EXS 220 line from Tour Edge Exotics, because they have been just on fire over the last several years. So I'm going to sign off here, going to go get some practice in, and head over to Untitled Chapter blog for more on this product from Treasure Golf, and we'll see you on the next tee.